Hello, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Voraktee, and welcome back to my Dream Daddy Let's Play. You know, I've been asked by a lot of people now, who is my favorite dad? Who is my go-to dad out of all of these wonderful choice dads? And then Joseph, who is my favorite out of all of these guys? Who am I going to choose? And, you know, my answer is I don't know yet. You know, I'm actually kind of torn between two of them, kind of three, Robert and Damien specifically. I really like Robert's sense of humor and his grit, you know, and he is basically supernatural dad, basically. And then there's Damien and his love for the Victorian. He's so dedicated and so fervent in the things that he enjoys, that I can't help but appreciate that. And he has tea time. Tea time? I love tea. I am such a big fan of tea. And to follow up those two, those are my two first picks. And then there's Matt. I really enjoyed Matt's date. That last one we did was a lot of fun, and you know, he's just a chill guy to hang out with. There's always Brian. No, not Brian. Let's move on to Craig. Craig's pretty cool. Craig and Hugo are pretty cool. You know, Craig the longtime friend, and then Hugo the teacher dad. Teacher dad's pretty cool. I enjoy his thirst for knowledge, his Ravenclaw ways. But it doesn't quite speak to me the way that some of these other dads do. And then there's Joseph. Hi, Joseph. But I think we're going to go back. And let's see. Let's do a Robert date. Let's go message Robert and see what he's up to. And probably have, you know, message him and then have him reply to me 3 hours later. Or maybe even 6. Try to drive away. Wait, I didn't see that Tad tip. I had a lot of fun with Robert the last time we hung out. But I'm beginning to wonder if he's dodging me. I've tried messaging him a few times, and Dadbook says he hasn't even read them. I haven't even seen him come out of his house, actually. We haven't even seen his child yet. Out of all the dads, he's the only one I believe that we haven't seen any child from. And he is a dad. I decided to send him one last message, figuring that this will produce the same result. Hey man, don't know where you've been, but we should grab a drink soon. I'll walk away from my computer because at this point, I know he's not messaging me back anytime soon. That sounds about right. I can't say I enjoy Robert's methodologies in that regard, though. I linger in the kitchen. I'm all caught up on work, and the house is relatively clean. Maybe I should do something nice for Amanda. Am I, like, a work at home? Like, do I have a really nice job where I just work at home all day? That sounds pretty neat to me. Yeah, I've actually been there before. Not as neat as that, though. Ah, I'll bake her favorite pie. I root through the pantry and pull out all the ingredients. This is an old family recipe that I used to make with my grandmother when I was a kid. I lost the actual recipe card a long time ago, but I think I'll be able to remember how to make it. I start mixing the ingredients together for the crust until I get a nice dough. I throw some cherries into a saucepan to make the filling. Normally I don't like to multitask in the kitchen, but this cherry pie is a piece of cake. Pie? It's a piece of pie. Yeah. I'm making a pie. Ah, man. I can never remember what temperature you're supposed to set the oven at. Pretty sure it's 375 degrees, but I could be wrong. Who am I kidding? I'm never wrong when it comes to this pie. My special twist on Grandma's recipe includes a secret ingredient that not even Amanda knows about. It makes the cherries extra flavorful. Man, I love cherries and I love pie. I would love to try this pie IRL. Gosh, why can't I remember what the secret ingredient is? More cherries, salt, almond extract? Maybe almond extract? Isn't more cherries? Load the heck out of this pie with cherries. Maybe almond extract. Oh, it's almond extract. Duh. Oops, I accidentally poured a little too much in. Way too much in. I'm sure it's fine. Baking in it is an art, and some of the most beautiful art is made from mistakes. I finally get the pie in the oven. How long am I supposed to leave it in there? 50 minutes? I'll just wing it. Amanda's gonna be so excited. That kid loves a good pie. I mean, who doesn't? I have a seat in the kitchen table and do word jumbles until Amanda comes home. I want to do some word. Give me some word jumble mini games, guys. Come on. Yo, Pops. What smells like pie in here? It's pie, sweetie. Amanda darts over to the oven and looks inside. Yes! Hey, it's not done. Be patient. What's your angle here? What? Pies are an objective-based confection. What are you trying to get out of me? Fine, you caught me. I've been leading a double life. Amanda, I have terrible news for you. I'm actually a pro skateboarder, an aspiring astronaut, and a bank robber. The lifestyle is calling me back, and I must go. One last job. You know how it is. This pie was the only way I knew how to tell you. Well, I appreciate the years we spent together, but a trade-up is a trade-up. Remember when you're kicking me? Remember me when you're kicking your feet up in Libina. Thanks for all the pie. We share a cordial handshake. My girl. I wait a few more minutes before taking the pie out of the oven. I set it on a rack to cool and to guard it so Amanda doesn't dig into it before it's ready. Huh. What? Does it look kind of weird to you? Oh, that's just me taking artistic license on what cherry pie means to me emotionally. I'm just saying this because, you know, it seems like you might have baked this pie incorrectly, and you're currently, right now, trying to pass it off as a good thing. It's art, sweetie. Was it art when you accidentally baked a whole uncracked egg into the center of my 12th birthday cake? Well, that's me. Well, was it art when you tried to make brownies and accidentally created chlorine gas? What? Me? Yeah, that's something I would do. Well, that was a bit of an exaggeration. Was it art when you... Just eat the pie, Panda. I cut off a few slices and we sit down to eat. The cherry filling oozes out of the sides and the buttery crust glistens. I watch as Amanda takes a bite. What's wrong? Is it not good? Amanda winces and fans her mouth. No, I just burned the heck out of the roof of my mouth. This pie is amazing. Sorry for doubting you. I breathe a sigh in relief and take a bite. She's right. The pie is pretty incredible, as it always is. I'm really proud of you with making a pie without burning the new house down. I got a few dad tricks up my dad's sleeve. Maybe fathers aren't as bumbling and stupid as the media makes us out to be. Maybe we as a society should have a little more respect for fathers as a whole. Dad, your sleeve is on fire. I run to the sink and put myself out. Pride will be my undoing. Amanda and I clean up the kitchen and play a little more living room hoops before she retreats to her room to do homework. I go back to my word jumbles. Hey, this one spells cat. The rest of the evening trickles by. We eat dinner. I help Amanda with one of her scholarship applications and we both start getting ready for bed. Let me guess, another message has arrived. I decide to check Dad Book one last time before I climb into bed. Still nothing from Robert. Hope he's okay. I guess not. I turn out the lights and lie down. Is he gonna crash through the window? Hey. Voraktee. Hey. Hey, Voraktee. Hey, I'm outside. Come outside. What was that? I was just on the verge of falling asleep. I climb out of bed and try to identify the source of the dinging. My computer screen illuminates the dark room. See, this is why I put my computer to sleep at night, guys. I walk over to it, ready to turn it off when I notice what's happening on the screen. Don't make me honk. I will honk. Get out here. I look out my window, and sure enough, there's Robert leaning up against the pickup in his driveway. Or in my driveway. I open my door and try to figure out what's going on. I'm in my pajamas, got my little nighty hat on. You know, one of those ones that looks like a Santa hat, but it's all like, you know, polka dots or something. No poof on the end. There could be a poof on the end. I could have a poof on the end of my sleeping hat. Why do people wear sleeping hats? I don't know, but it's my dad's style. Hey. Hey. Wanna hang? I was kind of sleeping. That's no fun. Come hang out. I would argue that sleeping is very fun, but I don't have to be anywhere in the morning. Might as well live a little. Sure. Cool. You plan on going out like that? I look down and realize that I am, in fact, not wearing pants. Yeah, it's a good look. I mean, I don't mind. Wiggles eyebrows. Right. 1 second. I run inside and throw my going out pants, shoes, and a jacket. I grab my keys and meet Robert back outside. Ready. Ready. Hop in. I jumped into the passenger seat of his old red pickup truck. I have to move a few empty cigarette packets and a gas station receipts out of the way before I can sit. Robert silently starts the car and we drive out of the cul-de-sac. Not a fan of smokers, though, guys. You like Tom Waits? Hoist that rag, baby. Sure. I love... Before I can answer, Robert turns up the radio. Yep, that's Tom Waits, all right. He lights a cigarette and cracks the windows. We drive together in silence. So, where are we going? Robert doesn't respond. Is he gonna kill me? I don't like this music. Is he gonna drive me out to kill me? Robert? Oh, I heard you. He still doesn't answer my question. Why does that pineapple look so concerned on the dashboard? He still doesn't answer my question. I look out the window and notice that Robert is taking us on the highway. I twiddle my thumbs. Well, whatever I've got myself into, looks like I'm in it for the night. I settle in my seat and watch the streetlights pass by. I glance over to Robert, who's driving intently. He looks tired, as he always does. There's something a bit more there that I just can't place. Just say nothing. He likes that. I remember what Robert said about hating small talk and decided to keep my mouth shut. He notices me staring. Stop looking so nervous. I'm not nervous. I'm a little nervous. Just hang on. We're almost there. Almost where? I have no idea where we are. I think we're moving at a slight incline, but I'm not so sure. We eventually come to a stop. Robert gets out of the car and I sit for a second, unsure if he wants me to get out too. What are you waiting for? I hastily exit the car. Robert sits on the bed of his truck and pats the space next to him. Dang, that's pretty. I sit down and take in the view. We're on a hill overlooking the city skyline against the bay. The cool night air rustles some trees near us as the light blinks in the distance. Off to the side, I can see an entrance to a dense forest. Man, it's all so gorgeous. This is where I come to masturbate. Okay, what? I'm kidding. What's wrong with you? This is my little spot where I come to think. Jeez, Robert. It's nice. You can see the whole city from up here. Really gives you some perspective. Robert reaches behind him and pulls out something from under his jacket. It glints in the moonlight, and I suddenly realize what it is. Oh, crud, it's a knife! Oh! Please don't stab me! Robert reaches into his pocket and pulls out a small piece of wood. Please don't stab me with that either! Robert takes the knife to the piece of wood and starts carving at it. Oh! I breathe a very audible sigh of relief as Robert looks at me sideways. Did you think I was going to stab you just now? What? No! I hate to break it to you, but I did, in fact, bring you out here to harvest your organs. Play along. Yeah, well, you think you caught me in your trap, but I knew. For years, I've been putting up the most vile junk food in my body in preparation for this day. Come at me, friend, and reap what you will. 2 steps ahead of you at all times. That's how I operate. Nothing gets past you, huh? Robert reaches into his pocket and pulls out a folding knife that he opens up and hands to me. I'm gonna warn you, the last guy I had a knife fight with lost 3 fingers because he didn't know how the 8 basic rules of knife fighting go. You're familiar, correct? I honestly can't tell when you're kidding. I'm so many levels of irony deep that I've forgotten what humor is. He and I laugh. Have you ever whittled before? Considering I'm not a grandpa, no. What do you mean by that? Well, I just thought that you would have a block of wood shipped to you along with your first social security check. Voraktee, I'll have you know that whittling is a time-honored tradition enjoyed by both young and old alike. That you're dismissing it before you've even tried it speaks volumes about your character. However, because I've gotten to know you for some time and have come to think of us as friends, I'm willing to attribute this to ignorance instead of malice. What I'm trying to say is, go get that stick. Go get that stick. Robert motions to a good-looking stick on the ground. Perfect for potential whittling. I pick it up. The most important thing to remember while whittling is to cut the grain, not against it. If you cut against the grain, the wood is going to splinter. Isn't the most important thing safety? No. Getting hurt comes with the territory. Look at my hands. I look at I look at his hands. They're calloused and covered with little white scars. They are very nice hands. You can't make a stick omelet without breaking a few hand eggs. Oh, are we going to whittle? Are we whittling?
Knife that wood.
Knife that wood. Okay, here we go. Here we go. We're knifing that wood. Oh, balls. We're knifing that wood. We're knifing that wood. Alright, we got it. That's a good start. What is it? It's a sharp stick. Careful. Don't poke yourself with that. You made a sharp stick. Oh, there it goes. Oh, can I rotate it? Oh, I can rotate it. Okay. Alright, let's rotate it there. Let's turn this here. What are we making, a popsicle stick? Is that what's going on? Do I even need to rotate this? Does this even make sense? Look, I made a popsicle. Tell me about this one. It's a flatworm. Gross. You made a flatworm! Goodbye. This side speaks to me. Wait, no. This side speaks to me. No, this side speaks to me the most. Oh, did I do something wrong here? Oh. A toothpick. What's the story here? Toothpick, bubble popper, something to make me look tougher. It's working. I think you can take me in a fight. Probably. You made a tough guy accessory. Oh. I made an egg. It's what is this? A chicken nugget. I don't know. Ouija board planchette. Now all you need to do is carve up a board and we're set. Also, maybe carve a ghost. You made a Ouija board planchette. I didn't know that was what that's called until now. Oh, gosh, what are we gonna whittle next, guys? All right, let's whittle something else. Nice form. What's that supposed to be? A self-portrait, liaison. It's you. You really captured my likeness. I'm impressed. You made Robert, I guess. Let's turn this thing. Start up, baby. We gotta cut it just right. We gotta whittle like the best of them. What am I making? Am I making like chopsticks? Is that what it is? Interesting. What do we have here? Chopstick righty, chopstick lefty, chopstick ambidextrous. It's a stick. You made a chopstick ambidextrous. I'm gonna make a second chopstick now. You're welcome. Oh, there's a big piece of wood right here. We got a big old piece of lumber here. Let's whittle this down here. I'm gonna whittle it down. Let's move on to this side here. I'm gonna move on to this side here. We're gonna whittle it down. Just do some whittling. We're gonna whittle it, whittle it, diddle it, whittle it, diddle it, whittle it, diddle it, whittle it, diddle it, diddle it, whittle it. If you keep this up, you'll be a whittling pro in no time. It's a swan, it's a duck, it's a new friend. He's beautiful. I'm happy for you. You made a new friend. Yeah. Goodbye, new friend. Oh, what else we got? What, I'm making little legs there? What else we got? We're gonna make a horse? Make a I like how you can see like the volume of this prism's got the 3D. Beautiful handiwork. What do you call it? Big old dog. The spirit of the Mustang. Sir Hoisington the Brave. A brave and noble name for a brave and noble creature. You made a beautiful gift for Amanda. Goodbye, beautiful gift. Liquor before beef. You're in the clear. Is that really a thing? Is that a dad tip for real? For real? Robert and I sit in silence for a while, carving our pieces of wood. I think I'm getting the hang of this. It's actually kind of relaxing. Glance over to see what Robert's working on. He's carving a smaller wooden knife. Ah! While I'm distracted, the knife slices into my thumb. Blood gushes all over my little wood carving. This is my only option. Robert is lost in carving and doesn't notice me bleeding everywhere. Robert still doesn't notice. Robert, I'm dying. I'm bleeding to death. Robert finally looks over. He reaches into his jacket again. How much stuff does he keep in there? Pulls out a red bandana. He wraps it around my thumb. Hold tight. He hops off the truck, and I can hear him rummaging around his car. He comes back a moment later with a well-stocked first aid kit. Robert carefully wipes off all the blood on my hand and swipes a bit of antiseptic onto the cut. With surprising gentleness, he places a bit of gauze on the wound and wraps it all up. You okay? Yeah, I'm good. He hands me what's left of the tube of antiseptic. Make sure to keep that cut clean. It's oddly touching and a little sexy? Oh, I guess I'm a real whittler now. That you are. Be careful, though. They're attracted to the smell of blood. Wait, what? What's attracted to the smell of blood? Cryptids. Tons of them out here, you know. Cryptids? We're gonna hunt some cryptids. I knew he was the supernatural daddy. Cryptids? Like Mothman and stuff? Mothman is ridiculous. Bullhunky. But yeah, this town is a hotbed for cryptozoological occurrences. You're joking. Oh, how I wish I were. I'm a skeptic myself, or at least I thought I was. There are things in these woods you couldn't possibly comprehend. Think about my time in the city. Aside from the occasional stray coyote, I don't think it's too bad. You ever heard of the Dover ghost? I don't think so. Well, let me tell you a story. I was out in the woods here on a weekend camping trip with Betsy. You don't know Betsy, but she's a big pup. Pitbull. Real intimidating. I feel safe around her. First night goes without incident. I get some solitude. Betsy gets to pee wherever she wants. All good stuff. Second day, I get the idea into my head that I can take a hike deeper into the woods. Probably against my better judgment, but hey, we're just having a fun camping trip, right? So me and Betsy start marching in the morning. It gets a little late and we set up camp, but it's different this night. Real quiet. I can't hear the birds, the crickets, the squirrels, nothing. Dead silent. Then it happens. I hear the most unholy growl I've ever heard in my life right outside my tent. Me and Betsy, we go investigate. We look around the clearing. Nobody's there. But there's this feeling. Not sure if I can quite describe it. I know something is watching us. Betsy, though, she's scared. I've never seen her like that. And when she's scared, I know what I should be too. And then I see it in the distance. A man, but if something that I didn't know what a man was supposed to look like made it. It just looked wrong. Big arms, too long for its body, black eyes. Just stood there and stared at me. Then it disappears. I hear one yelp from Betsy and I turned around to check on her, but she's gone. Into thin air. I didn't sleep at all in my tent that night. I don't think I've ever slept right since. ... That's terrible. She lying? She lying? Okay, you're full. We're calling it. Think of lying. Robert pulls. He just gave us the eggplants though. He doesn't mind that we just said he's lying. Pulls it out the well and shows me a picture of a beautiful pit bull. Tell that to Betsy. He said if you listen closely on quiet nights just like tonight, you can hear the howl of the Dover ghost. A howl resonates through the woods. It doesn't sound like a regular howl. It's so guttural. Even from far away, something about it makes my skin crawl. Okay, Robert. Real funny. I turn to look at Robert. He's white as a sheet. You're messing with me.
Really?
Right? I was messing with you. Up until literally just now. I totally made that camping story up. I strain my eyes to scan the forest line, trying to see where the howl originated from. Off in the distance, I see something. It's so far away, I can barely make out a shape. It looks human, but it looks like it's dragging something. Do you see that? We should, go.
Huh?
Robert and I slowly back away and get into the truck. He turns off his headlights, and we make a slow crawl back onto the road. I'm too scared to look back. What was that?
Whoa.
The Dover ghost, I guess. I chuckle nervously. This doesn't seem like he's messing with me. Or maybe someone illegally dumping garbage on a wildlife preserve? Yeah, that's the story we'll tell ourselves. We sit in silence for a while longer, the fear of whatever that was slowly subsiding as we get closer to the city. Thanks for coming out. This was fun. I'm sorry I haven't been in touch. I've just been in a way lately. I had to get out of the house.
Oh?
Had to be around somebody. You doing okay, man? Robert thinks for a second and lights another cigarette.
Hey.
Been doing a lot of thinking. He takes a long drag. As I get older, I feel more and more that I'm just drowning in the sea of regret. I was so busy chasing after these things that I thought would make me happy that I didn't think about anyone else. All I cared about was myself. I didn't even think. Robert stops. I wait for him to finish his thought, but he just stares at the road. Maybe I'm just built like this. Or maybe I do it to myself. Maybe it's my own choice that I'm unhappy as I am. I try to think of something to say. I remember all the times in my life when I've been sad, and there's a great many of them. But there's always a light at the end of the tunnel. Something I held on to that kept me going. But there's something so resigned about the way Robert's talking. That sucks. Glad you told me. Maybe we deserve to be eaten by the Dover ghost. Maybe that's why it's here. The Dover ghost feeds off your sadness. My sadness. It haunts us in the night. Honestly, it makes sense. I was trying to kid around. To just be devoured for my sins. Yeah, that sounds pretty great, actually. It was a joke. I'm turning the car around. We're going back. Robert slams on the brake and puts the car in reverse. Robert, wait! He stops the car again. You know what? I thought about it. It's not my time yet. I haven't finished watching the Criterion collection. They just keep adding stuff to it. But, thanks, Voraktee. Oh, you liked it. We drive the rest of the way in silence, listening to the radio and watching the bright lights of the city grow bigger. He liked it. He really liked it. Robert drops me off at my place. As I'm about to close the passenger door, I realize that I still have Robert's pocket knife in my jacket. I pull it out and offer it back to him. You hold on to that. Never know when you might need it. Night, Robert. Have a safe drive home. Robert smirks and then pulls away. Then immediately pulls into his driveway, which is one over from mine. He gets out and waves. Ahoy, hoy! I tiptoe into the house, careful not to wake Amanda up. Whoa, where'd you come from? I look around and spot Amanda coming from the kitchen with a glass of water. I thought you were sleeping. Oh, Robert woke me up to go cryptid hunting.
Yeah.
You know the Mothman is Spelunky, right? Amanda, You know what? It's fine. I finally decide to go to bed. Peter Weller actually has a PhD in history. Oh, thanks, Peter Weller.
If it bleeds, we can kill it.
If it bleeds, we can kill it. I actually really like my Robert voice. I think, let's go get some cryptid hunting. I think that's a really good voice, you know, even comparatively to the one that they use here. We got a little bit of woodworking and a little bit of embarrassed child. Lots of paranoia, lots of crime. Good truck, and a bit of a DOVER ghost, guys. We got S rank, which is, of course, the best rank you can get on any rank. So I'm pretty happy about this this date that we did here. You know, I don't know if Robert is the one for us, but I do enjoy spending time with him. I do enjoy having a friend going ghost hunting with and whittling wood. Makes me feel more manly. It makes me put fear into my Cheerios. That's right. I don't even know what that means, but I like it. I like it indeed. Glad to have Robert as a friend who never messaged me back. Sounds about right. It's a beautiful night and the air smells so fresh, so I decide to take the long way home. Casually stroll through the neighborhood, taking in the sights and sounds of suburban city with a low crime rate and wide walkable sidewalks at night. Did we skip a whole day? As I approach the bar, I can hear patrons inside cheering. Oh, I bet the game is on. I wonder if my team is playing tonight. A drop of water hits my head. And now it's lots of drops of water. Jim and Kim's. It's pouring rain. Maybe I should wait this out inside. Why am I suddenly like... Why is it night already? I feel like we skipped a day. I ordered a beer from the bar and settle in. Turns out that my team isn't playing tonight. I can certainly enjoy the game, regardless. I like how that's capital T, capital G. The bar is unusually crowded, and the feeling of camaraderie over the shared love for the game makes me smile. Sports are nice. Yeah, dad stuff. Sure. I look over to the corner and spot none other than Mary sitting alone in the corner, nursing a cocktail. Something about her seems different this time. Now that she's by herself and not hanging off some younger guy, she looks so sad.
Sailor.
Hey, sailor. She looks up and half-heartedly raises her glass to me before staring off in the middle distance. Well, let's say hi. I decide to go say hello. I walk over to her booth. She doesn't look up. The seat taken? She still doesn't look up. I take the seat anyways, and she finally notices me. Oh. Hey, cowboy. You alright? Never been better. She hiccups. Guess she's a little far gone. Tears start welling up in her eyes. Uh-oh. Will you walk a gal home? Call her a cab. No, we'll walk her home. We're a good gent. I slide out of the booth. Seems like Mary's having some trouble getting up. I reach a hand out to help her, but she waves me away. I got it. I got it. She clearly does not got it. You know what? Hang out here for a second. I walk over to the bartender and pay Mary's tab. Hey, I don't know if you remember me, but I live in Mary's cul-de-sac, and I'm just making sure she gets home safe tonight. Neil. I know ya. Yeah, it's nothing weird, just... She usually has one of the bar staff walk her home, but I trust you. Oh, she doesn't, go home with... I don't really want to say it. One of these guys she meets. Nah. Nah? Ain't her thing. I head back to the booth. Mary stumbles out of the seat and directly into my arms. Oh! It's still raining a bit. I take my coat off and hold it over Mary's head. Such a gentleman. Let's get you home. Mary and I walk in silence up the street towards the cul-de-sac. I have no idea what to say to her for fear that she might hit on me, or not. What the bartender mean by ain't her thing. Sorry you have to see me like this. I'm usually not. I don't know. Joseph doesn't like it when I just... Sorry. It's alright. I'm sorry if I'm ever mean to you. Oh, it's alright. No, it's not. I know it's not. I'm having a really... Forget it. As we get to the cul-de-sac, I can feel Mary starting to slow down. By the time we arrive at the doorstep, she pulls away from me. Wait, can we just... Hold on. What's wrong?
Oh.
How about another drink? Old time's sake? Come on, Mary. It's bedtime. Mary looks me up and down, giving me half a smile. You're right. She pulls me in close for a hug, holding on to me for just longer than feels appropriate. She mumbles into my chest. My husband is a demon. You're a good kid. Thanks for the company. Oh, that's fine, too. Mary gives me a pat on the back, straightens out her sweater, and she walks the rest of the way to the front door herself. Ah.
Welcome. You've got dads.
Well, that was a strange exchange. Not only was it strange because, you know, we skipped a day, I guess, but maybe that's just not a good, you know, lineup for the date that we did with Robert. Maybe we should have done an earlier date. Maybe we should have been with Joseph. That would have been weird if we were with Joseph. Then we saw Mary at the bar. That's what I'm assuming, that these events, you know, your daily events happen no matter what date you go on. So maybe just a weird lineup of, you know, going out crypto hunting with Robert, and then suddenly it's night again, and you're out walking, and you're at a bar suddenly with the game. The game. Yeah, who doesn't love the game, guys? Oh, I quite enjoy watching the game. Oh, did you see the game the other day? Oh, yes, I enjoyed when they sportsed. Yeah, they sportsed so hard. They almost sportsed better than the other team, who sportsed even harder than them. Oh, boy. Lots of sports happening here in the game. Oh, boy. I should have bet on the game. At least I ate peanuts and drank beer during the game. Yeah, you can tell how much I love sports with that interaction there. That's about right. Guys, let me know what you thought about that little exchange with Mary and about Robert's date. Do you believe in the Dover ghost? Do you think that creepy amalgamation of supernatural horror actually does skulk in the woods of the town that we live in? Or do you think that it was just a man illegally dumping trash into a wildlife preserve? I'd like to know what you think in the comments below. And also let me know, what do you think about Mary's little outburst there? Or not outburst, her little episode, I guess? I mean, she's a little harsh on the outside, but she's softer on the inside. And, you know, as far as I can tell, it's because her marriage is not quite what it should be. And, I mean, I don't know. Do you think there's anything more going on? I am aware that there is an alternate ending for Joseph, but it's not actually, like, officially in the game, right? As far as I know. And that gets pretty spooky, if you know what I'm talking about. I don't want to spoil anything, but I know very little about it myself, and if in case I ever am able to stumble upon it while I'm playing this, because that would be pretty neat to see something that nobody else has seen. I don't know. But either way, let me know your thoughts about this episode, guys, in the comments. But I hope you enjoyed watching as much as I enjoyed playing. Either way, thank you so much for making my play experience your play experience. Please remember to go up there into the great forest and watch the beautiful city lights. Whittle yourself some wood, whittle away until you whittle yourself a beautiful wooden subscribe button for my channel for you to push if you haven't already. And then run away from the Dover ghost, which is obviously chasing you, and you need to get away because it's going to eat your soul for all your sins. And I will see you guys next time. Bye.